Do you ever get to the start of your day and are just not sure where to begin? There's often so much to do that it's hard to figure out where to start. You choose your first task and then you just hop around from task to task all day, not really accomplishing anything. But you really felt like you were busy all day. Do you want to know the ultimate scheduling hack? Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to my channel. Thanks for joining me on another video. So today I'm going to be sharing with you guys the ultimate hack. So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you how you can really theme your week to maximize productivity. So theming your week is really going to streamline your productivity by organizing those tasks that don't fall on a specific day and time. So if your workload has just been so overwhelming and just a real issue for you, this video may help. So we're going to head on over to my overhead view. We're going to sit down and we're going to talk through things. I'm going to show you on paper kind of how you can strategize and really implement that to make sure that you are getting the most out of your week, getting the most done, and really feeling accomplished. So let's get started. All right, guys, so we are here at my overhead view again. I like showing you guys things on paper in hopes that it will help you to kind of see it in action, see it in motion, see it in real time, how to create certain things. And I think that that helps more so than just talking about it. So I have my catch-all planner here and we're gonna get started and I'm gonna share with you the whole entire process of how you can theme your week. And so the good thing about theming your week, it really helps you to figure out where to begin. There's often so much to do that it's overwhelming to know exactly where to start. You know, sometimes you choose your first task and then you kind of end up hopping all around and you end up kind of spinning by the end of the day because you just jumped around so much to so many different things and it kind of leaves you feeling quite defeated. You were busy all day, but you didn't necessarily accomplish much. That's how I feel sometimes. And if you feel like that sometimes, I think this is gonna really help you. So I'm just gonna walk you through a few tips, quick tips on how to implement themed days into your own life. If you don't like the idea of planning the exact same time you'll do every single task, themes are a good way to add some structure to your week without going crazy and scheduling every minute of the day. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is you want to establish or you want to choose your themes. So I'm going to open up my planner and I'm going to share with you a couple of supplies that you can pull to be able to kind of do this along with me. So I'm going to turn to a week and we're going to do it right on the layout. I think that's the best way to do it. Is just do it right on in the layout. And then we're also going to use a journaling card to be able to do some other things. So again, we're in this together. So we're gonna kind of go through everything all together. So grab your journaling cards, grab your planner. I find that using the vertical layout like this is gonna help me because I can add to the top here what those days are gonna be, those themed days are gonna be, and then I can still have my to-do list of items here at the bottom. But at least for reference, I'll know at the top what are the themes for that particular day. And also a quick tip is that you can separate home and work life. So if you want to theme your days at work, then of course you'll have a separate work planner for that and you can theme your days at work. I happen to work from home, so everything kind of jumbles all together, but you're more than welcome to have two separate. A home planner where you're going to theme your days, so when you get off of work, you'll come home and you'll do those days, whatever you have set in terms of the themes. And then when you're at work, you'll have a totally separate days filled with different themes based on what you do at work. And so again, the idea behind this is to have a set of things that you do every single day that is themed. Now you are going to have, you know, additional things outside of that theme, but your day is going to be majority that's going to be completed is going to be that theme of actions. And so again, depending on what you do at work, that's going to be different than what you do at home. So you can combine them all together or you can separate them like I'm going to do. Okay, so here's some themes that you can choose from. Now, if you want separate themes or different themes, you're more than welcome to do whatever is going to work best for you. But you could do a theme for home, which is going to be like cleaning, things like that. You can do a theme for meal planning or meal prep. You can have an errands or a shopping theme, a spiritual theme. You can also have admin tasks and emails, a business theme like me. If I'm, you know, since I'm working from home, I'm going to have that theme on my main planner, and that's going to consist of content, planning, strategy, just all things business related. Also budgeting, bill paying, paperwork, things like that can all be themes, and those are great themes. So we're going to choose from some of those themes. Again, it's going to be what works best for me. So choose the theme you'd like to incorporate into your week. You'd ideally want to have 5 main themes, one for each weekday, but you could have more or less if you would like. So you could have 7 if you want a theme for every day of the week, which is what I may do. Or you could say, you know what, 5 themes is enough. I'm going to take the weekends off and just do my regular tasks. It's completely up to you. So the first step in the process is for you to choose your themes. You need to determine what those themes are so that we know where to go from here. All right, so I have my journaling card from our shop here, which is what I'm going to use as a key. So I'm going to have a key, which is going to just be, I can just pop it in my planner and quickly reference. I can move it week to week for reference as well, so I can see exactly what my themes are and what color that represents that theme. Because we are going to color code, I find that that's best to just color code it so you can see the colors and you know exactly what color represents that theme. So I'm going to use this as a key, but I'm also going to color block the top here so that way I can see right in front of me what each theme or what each day represents. So I'm going to grab my pen here, and then I also have my mild liners because I'm going to use those to color code. So I'm going to go ahead and choose the colors that I want. And again, I think I'm going to do 7. So my themes are going to be home, meal planning, meal prep, errands or grocery shopping, spiritual. I may do admin tasks. I'm not sure if I'm going to lump that into business, and then budgeting. So I think I'm gonna do 5 themes, only because I don't wanna think about a theme on Saturday and Sunday. I kinda wanna relax on those days. Although what I may do, because it doesn't have to be every single day you're following that theme. You can do Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday theme. I mean, it's completely up to you with how you wanna do this thing. So I think I'm gonna do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then, because I really only want 5 themes, you guys, because I feel like some of these themes for me can be combined. And I do want to focus on meal prep on Sundays. So I think that's going to be my meal prep or meal planning block here or theme. And so maybe I'll do Saturday off. And maybe I'll have 6 themes. Let me count them out and see exactly how many I have, because I wrote them out on paper. So strategize, write them out on paper, put all the themes that you can think of, and then that way you can narrow them down to what works best for you as well. Okay, I counted them all out and I actually have enough for 7 themes. So let's just do 7 themes. So we will do a theme a day. So the next thing that you want to do is, after you determine what your themes are, you want to schedule your themes. So that's why I have this here, because again, we're going to color code everything. I have my mild liner markers here. So now we're going to look at those themes. I'm going to first write them here, and then I'm going to look at them and I'm going to assign them to what day is going to work best. So let me choose 7 colors, because again, we're doing 7 themes, and I'm going to choose the 7 colors that are going to work best for me based on what I like. You guys know I tend to lean towards neutral colors. So let's see if I can find enough neutral colors. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I have a gray here. We're definitely going to use that. And then I need one more color that isn't the same as all of these colors. Let's do this peach color. All right, so I've got all of my colors. You don't have to use mild liners. I just find that they're mild. They're not gonna bleed through to the back. The color is subtle, but still very warm and pretty. And I think that's what works best in this particular scenario, but there's so many other markers, so you don't have to choose mild liners, but I'm gonna choose mild liner. So I'm gonna pull this out just because we're gonna be working on these sheets and I need to be able to move them around and figure out what we're doing here. Okay, so I am first gonna write at the top themes. So that way I know that is what this card is. This is for my themes. Okay, and then I'm not gonna put a day of the week just yet because I'm not sure what day these themes are gonna fall on. I'm just gonna write in what my themes are gonna be. All right, so I've got all my themes written in. So I've got one for home, one for meal planning or meal prep, errands, spiritual, business, budgeting, and self-care. So basically how this is it's kind of like a block schedule, but for the whole week, as opposed to a daily block schedule, which I love a good block schedule. And so these themes are gonna be perfect for me. So again, you'll have to decide. I gave you some ideas, but if you have other themes that you want to consider, then that is perfectly fine. You'll just want to make sure that you write them out so that you can see them all on paper and you can really drill down to what's going to work best for you. So themes done, which is great. Part 1 is done. So we have so far determined what our themes are going to be. And so again, we're talking about the second part of that process, which is to assign them to days. But of course we needed this little key here so that we can see what our themes are, and then we can go ahead and color code them, and then we're going to assign them to days. So I'm going to do my color coding really quickly. So I'm just going to do a little block here on the side for each color. Okay, and I'm just choosing randomly. In my opinion, it really doesn't matter what colors you choose to assign to those tasks, but color coding is going to be the best way to go. I'm a visual person, like I think I've mentioned multiple times. So I want to be able to see it right in front of me easier. And it's always easier when you color code. And if you want, on your key, you can write in what some of the tasks are that fall underneath that particular theme. Okay, so we have our themes fully color coded, as you can see. All right, so we're gonna set this to the side, but we are gonna keep that on our planner so we can reference them. So I'm gonna go ahead and figure out what days I wanna assign these themes to. And one thing to consider when you're figuring out where to place these themes is where they work best also. So like for me, on Tuesdays is gonna work best for my spiritual things because that's when my meeting is, or on a Sunday because that's where my other meeting is. So you wanna kind of let it fall on those days where they organically could work best. So consider that as well. Don't try to force something in on a day where you know it's just not gonna work. And remember that these should be really things that you can do in a chunk of time. You don't want it to be an all-day thing. You want to be able to just carve out some time during your day where you can focus on that block of items. So don't make this a long drawn-out process or a whole day of a certain thing unless you have to. But you shouldn't have to. You should be able to just focus on that during a certain block of time during your day because you still have other things that you need to be completing during that day as well. Okay, so I think what I want to do, Mondays is not going to work best for my home block or my meal planning, errands, spiritual. I think Monday is going to work best for my business block because that's going to set the tone for the whole entire week. I want to make sure that I am, fully prepared and ready to go. And Monday is going to be the best day to do that to make sure that my week runs smoothly in terms of business. So business is pink. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the pink mild liner and we're going to shade in this whole entire day so that we know that that is the business block. And again, you're not only doing business tasks, you're just going to take a chunk of time to do business related tasks, but you have a whole day of other things that you have to do that don't relate to business, So you just want to make sure that you are scheduling out. And so just be aware of that this isn't just going to be all about business, but this is your business block day. So you're going to focus on business for a chunk of time, but still you got other things that you need to do that need to be considered as well. All right, so in addition to that, I'm going to write business. And I think I want to write it this way. I probably should have got a different pen. This is my favorite pen, but I don't think that pen's gonna work for this. So I'm gonna see if I can grab something else that may work better. Okay, so Monday, business block. Tuesday is going to be my spiritual block. Spiritual is peach. It doesn't have to be perfect. And so when it comes to every week, you're not going to color code this in like this unless you want to. You can. It might be a good idea to for reference, but you don't necessarily have to because remember you have the key there. But I want to see at the top right in front of me what each day is going to represent. You could also just do a strip of color. You don't have to necessarily color the whole box. You could literally just take your marker and highlight at the top and put what that block is. But I think it's cool to be able to see it like all on one page. You'll see once I get it all completed. So you could do this every week, but you don't have to do this every week because you will have your key. But remember, the key doesn't tell you what days your themes are on. Now you could put that on the key if you would like. The key just tells you what your themes are and what the colors that represent that theme. So it's completely up to you. I'm just kind of sharing with you some different ways that you can do this. So Tuesday is the spiritual block. All right, Wednesday is going to be, let's see what we've done so far. Let's do our home block for Wednesday. Yeah, home block for Wednesday. So home is going to be purple. Okay, Wednesday, home. All right, Thursday, let's make Thursday the budgeting window. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and finish this up. So I'm thinking that Thursday is gonna be the budgeting day, and then Friday is gonna be my errands, Saturday is going to be self-care, and Sunday is gonna be meal planning. All right, y'all, so we've got all of our themes scheduled, which is part 2 of the process. This was the fun part of the process because you get to color code everything. You could even take it a step further if you just want to color everything, write a little bit at the top about, or write that particular theme at the top. And then underneath that theme, if you want to write in everything that pertains to that theme, this thing can go whichever direction you want it to go in. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to reference that anything business related, carve out a chunk of time, maybe write the time at the top that I want to do that business chunk of themes or business chunk of tasks. And then I can even write on here as a part of my to-do list because it's still things that need to be done during that particular day. I don't have to keep it in my head. You want to get it out on paper. So I could write in all of those tasks, and then you want to write in your regular tasks as well. So again, this isn't all about business or all about spiritual or all about home. This is just, I want to carve out and focus a big lump sum of my day to that particular theme, but I still, again, have other things that need to be done. So that's why I feel like this layout is perfect, because you can still see your theme at the top, but then you can still drill down even further to what you need to do during that day that relates to that theme, or maybe something outside of that theme. It may even be in a different category, which is fine, but you want to make sure that the majority of that day is focused on that theme. You also can take it a step further. If you're a digital person, you can add these themes to your iPhone calendar or your Google calendar, or you could just write them down here like I'm going to do. But if you're a digital person as well and you kind of want to see it in both places, you're more than welcome to go digital with this as well. Whatever is going to help you to keep track of these themes. So the fourth thing is to follow your themes. Now, it's as simple as putting your themes into practice during the week. Theming your days are going to help you become more efficient and more productive if you actually do the work. By theming your days, you no longer wake up asking yourself, what should I work on today? Following themes is also going to help prevent decision fatigue, okay? Rather than jumping between all sorts of unrelated tasks during the day, you're going to stay more focused on working on similar tasks. And it's going to help you to be able to concentrate on many tasks and projects during your week in an organized, focus way. That's the key here. I encourage you to pack as many tasks into those themes as you can. Even if you currently do things daily or every couple of days, work towards doing as much as you can only once per week. So for example, if you're doing all of your errands, try to make sure you're getting every single errand in that day. Don't be all over the place. Write out a list of places that you know you need to go and things you need to pick up. Go do your errands on that particular day, and do not, or try not to do errands on any other day. That'll really help you to keep that focus and make sure that you're not all over the place and you're more organized with everything that you need to get done during that week. And of course, again, there's going to be some tasks that need to be completed daily, which is completely fine. And you're also going to have unexpected things that occur. That is fine as well, but try to maintain some structure as much as you can. And the fifth and final thing that you want to do is reevaluate as needed. You may find as you go that you've chosen a theme for which you actually don't have all that much to do, or you might find that you've left something out that you really need. If your themes aren't working for you, change them up, okay? The point is to make scheduling easy, not more complicated. And so I thought what I would do, since we have discussed all 5 steps in this process, is I'll talk to you through about some things that you can kind of plan for within that particular theme. So again, some of these themes are self-explanatory, and others you may need to write out a list of things that you want to do. You could just wing it if you just pretty much, you have a good handle on what falls into that particular theme. But for instance, Mondays, when I do my business planning, it's going to be all things social media, any business related tasks. I'm also going to schedule my content. I'm going to film, bulk film if possible. I'm going to check emails, anything that falls into business. Again, if you work outside the home, you may want to have a separate planner in which you write or do the same process for. So then this, again, we want to show you on paper how that would work. And what I would probably do is maybe stop at some point so I can write in, because this is my weekly calendar, I want to write in other things that don't pertain to that particular block of tasks or that theme, because I'm more than business, you know. I have things I have to do with the family. I still have to cook dinner and do some other things that, again, may fall into a different category. And so Monday, you know, I would put like email. And if there's a specific email I need to send or a specific person I need to call, you want to be as specific as possible, or at least I like to whenever I'm writing my to-do list. I would put like bulk film, you know, call XYZ. I would put the colon and then I write in who I need to call. And then I would do orders, because that's what my day mostly consists of, is fulfilling orders. I would schedule a pickup. You know, this is all stuff I would write underneath that theme. And then like my IG posts, my Facebook post, my PR team, any related tasks to that, I would bulk do on Monday. But again, since some of these things need to be done over the week as well, you would still have them on your schedule during the week, but the bulk of it needs to be done within that particular theme window. So that's kind of how it would look on paper. So then when it comes to spiritual things, I would do like my Bible reading. I would do my daily text. I would study for the meeting. And it would be as much as I can for that week, to be honest with you. So I may study for every single part of the meeting just to get it all done on that particular day. That's going to help me to not have to worry about any other day. There are still things I have to do spiritually day by day, like weekly Bible reading, daily text. Those are things that don't take up that much time. But the majority of my studying, I want to be done on Tuesday. And then I want to check on the friends. You know, anything that pertains to spiritual things that can be done in that window of time, which may be about, 3 or so hours, maybe longer, but not too long, then I want to dump it out on that day, because I still want to schedule out, or I want to break down all of those tasks so I can see it on paper in front of me. I can check things off. I'm very much a person that loves to check things off. And so I want to be able to check them off or cross them out that they are completed. And so the next window home, so that would be cleaning. and I do zone cleaning. So what I will probably do is do the bulk of the cleaning on Wednesday. So I may do 2 zones, or I may do just majority of the cleaning or tidying up on Wednesday, but still throughout the week, there's still other things that you need to do pertaining to cleaning. And so you want to break down that cleaning, and then also laundry. And then anything further, like clean the girl, clean Addison's closet, or clean bathroom X, or, you want to just be as detailed as possible. Budgeting would be, we do it on a spreadsheet. So check in on the spreadsheet, file receipts. If you have a budget meeting, you want to have that budget meeting on that day. So really anything budget related, you're going to dump that out there. I'm just giving you some ideas of some things that you can write here. So errands would be like Walmart, and then again, you want to have a list of items you want to pick up so you stay super focused. And it may be, whatever errand that you have to run, post office, which would typically be an errand we have to run. So those are the types of things that you want to put under the errands window. And then self-care for me would be like getting my nails done, hair done, getting a facial. You guys know what self-care would entail. It's all about you on that day. And I probably would incorporate the family in it in some sort of way, especially Addison, because we typically go get our nails done together. And so self-care Saturday, I'm trying to do more for me. So I think that's going to work very well. And then when it comes to Sunday, all things meal planning. So that would be to meal prep, or meal plan rather. So plan out what my meals are going to be for the week. And then I would also order the groceries. And I may pick them up on that day or have them delivered. Put them away when they come home and do any prep that I need to do. So that's kind of how things would look in terms of your tasks, and then breaking those tasks down even further. Yours is going to look different based on your needs. And then also you still have a ton of space to be able to write in those things that happen every day, and that, or may not happen every day or not recurring, but just things that you need to do over the course of the week. You also have notes section over here so you can jot down any notes. And again, you're going to need to reevaluate if after the week it doesn't work, switch some things up, because you don't want to be, working off of a system that is not really working for you. So if you find that meal prep is best done on Mondays, then switch it to Monday. If you find that, spiritual things are best done on Friday, switch it to Friday. You get what I'm saying. But try to figure out, based on what you think, come up with a plan. And then if that plan is not working for you, as time goes along, make tweaks. And so I'm going to really try this. I think there was a book or an article that came out, and I had done some research over the internet, and it has suggested this way of doing things. And so I said, let me try to see if it could work for me. So I'm going to try it out for a little bit of time. This particular article talked about how amazing it was and how they saw an increase in efficiency by just setting themes for their weeks. And I thought it was such a great idea because it's very similar to block scheduling. And I really, really, really love block scheduling. So this is my block schedule. This is kind of how that looks. Block schedule, you're really doing it day by day. So I have blocks during the day. This is an insert available in our shop. And so I have a morning window, an outing window, a work window, a family window, bedtime, night, and sleep window. And so you could technically kind of still do that. You'll just want to assign those tasks within this window. But it probably would work better to just take like this chunk of time to do whatever you have set out for your themes, and then the rest of the day could be for those other tasks. So it's very similar to a block schedule. It's just more spread out over the week as opposed to during the day. And so these are some of the tasks that I have to do outside of what you see here. Some are included here, but I'm very vague here, like for my work window. And I could technically say work, business on Monday, 11:30 to 3. That's when I'm going to do these tasks. And, so you have to do whatever works best for you. But this is kind of similar, again, to what I was doing here, trying to accomplish, but spreading it out and just really drilling down and being more structured in terms of a block schedule. Because sometimes, block schedule is a little bit all over the place. You're doing this here and this here, this here and this here, which works. And so a block schedule really, really works. And so that's why I'm thinking that it's going to work so well doing it this way too, because with this particular system, you're more focused, I think, because you're sitting down for 3 hours doing all the business tasks, all the spiritual tasks, all the home tasks, and then you're free to do all the other stuff outside of those times, or that dedicated time that you're spending doing this thing. And you're going to do that a big chunk of it, so you don't have to worry about it over the course of the week, which is great. So it may eliminate some of these other things that are all over the place on your traditional block schedule. And so really with this system, you don't have to waste time wondering where to start. And sometimes we do that. You know exactly what needs to be done for that day, and you can accomplish it quickly and more effective. And there's no, again, decision fatigue. And so you may also notice that your focus is significantly better because you're moving through tasks that are related to each other. And it's so much easier to let that momentum from one completed task carry you through to another related responsibility. You know, we all have the same number of hours in the day, and it's up to us to make the most of them. So theming your weeks can help you make the most out of the time you have. So that is it, guys. I really love this process. I think you are as well. Again, you have your card here that you're going to stick. You can also do a task card if you would like, with the transparent flags, and then write on the transparent flags what the themes are. There's so many different options. I just found that this was the most simple way to do things. So just to recap, when it comes to theming your week, you're going to first choose a theme, determine what themes you want, write out a list of a whole bunch of themes, and then drill down to what's going to work best for you. And then you want to schedule your themes, which is self-explanatory. You're going to figure out what theme is going to work best on what day. You're going to add them to your schedule, of course, and you are going to reevaluate as needed. So if this isn't working for you, switch it around and make sure that it's going to be the most effective way of doing things for you personally. And so that's it, guys. That is how you can theme your day. It's pretty simple and easy. It really allows you to focus on what is important for that day and maximize productivity, which in turn makes you feel super accomplished. You feel like you got a lot done, and that makes us all feel great. So hopefully this helped you in some way. If it did, hopefully you will give me a thumbs up on this video, and hopefully you were inspired, which means you will hit that subscribe button and you'll come back and you'll catch another video, in which case I'll see you guys then.